A local electric company warns us about a money collecting scheme. A Beaufort bomb threat leads to an arrest, and we'll tell you what the state is doing to celebrate Black History Month. All that and much more. Keep watching Beaufort. Your news starts now. Thanks for joining us for the Beaufort News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and here are your local headlines. A warning goes out to Beaufort County citizens about a local electric company scheme that you may be a part of. Palmetto Electric reports that someone who is not affiliated with the company has been calling and telling customers that immediate payment is needed or the service will shut off. Officials say that this has been going on since December and warn that an electric provider will never ask for payment over the phone. Anyone who has received this call is urged to contact Palmetto Electric as soon as possible. After a bomb threat was made to a local car dealership recently, a police investigation led to the arrest of a Beaufort man Thursday morning. The threat was made to Dan Vaden Chevrolet on Boundary Street when a male caller had stated that everyone needed to get out of the building because he had put a bomb inside. The Beaufort County Police Department identified the 39-year-old man as Terry Daniel Reynolds after tracing the call to a payphone on Trask Parkway. Reynolds was arrested and taken to the Beaufort County Detention Center, where he awaits a hearing. 4 7th graders were charged with disturbing a Beaufort County school after bullets were found on campus. Authorities say Ladies Island Middle School was placed on lockdown Friday after a student told a staff member that another student brought the bullets and possibly a gun to school. The school was searched to find a 7th grade boy did in fact bring 17 .22 caliber bullets to school that he found at his grandfather's house. Thankfully, there was no evidence of a gun. The newest member of the Beaufort County Council was sworn into office Monday in the council chambers in Beaufort. Robert Vox Jr. has spent almost half of his life living in Bluffton and is also a graduate of Hilton Head High School, the Citadel, and the Charleston School of Law. Additionally, he served as assistant solicitor and practices law focusing on personal injury, civil litigation, DUI, and criminal defense. He also serves as a South Carolina state constable and prosecutor for the town of Port Royal. Vox, known as Tabor, won the Council District 9 seat in a special election this past Tuesday. Beaufort's Classical Education School is eagerly anticipating a second year. Holy Trinity Classical Christian School, located on Burroughs Avenue, is now enrolling for the 2013-2014 academic school year in grades pre-K through 6th grade. Applications can be found online at htccs.org or retrieved in person at the school. On February 5th and 26th, open houses will be held at 6 p.m. for those interested in learning more and wishing to take a school tour. If you'd like more information on enrollment, the open houses, or tuition assistance, contact Holy Trinity at 843-522-0660. The Beaufort County Board of Education has decided to interview 7 candidates in the next phase of its search to hire a new district superintendent. From there, 3 finalists will be selected and made public before traveling to Beaufort County for a second round of interviews. Board members say another important step will be public forums with community members. District Human Resource Chief Jackie Rossworm has been serving as the acting superintendent, but chose not to apply for the position. Citizens interested in playing an active role in Beaufort County government are encouraged to apply for various openings coming up. The counties, boards, committees, agencies, and authorities all collaborate on various topics of interest to the community. Citizens with a wide range of backgrounds and experience are needed to provide guidance and assist in making decisions that impact daily life here in Beaufort County. For those interested, applications are available online at Beaufort County's website, which is bcgov.net. And here's what's happening around the state. Sheriff's deputies responding to an attempted murder call at a northeast Ridgeland County home Friday found 3 people stabbed. According to the Sheriff's Department, deputies discovered the victims in a home that was having a late-night party. Deputies attempted to question both the victims and witnesses at the party, but so far all have been uncooperative. The victims were taken to area hospitals and their conditions are still unknown. Concerned taxpayers who are worrying about the last fall's hacking of a South Carolina state agency are expected to increase costs for the state by refusing to file their taxes online. While the state insists that e-file is safe, Department of Revenue officials are preparing for the more time-consuming paper filings. The result could add several $100,000 to the already high $22 million price tag of last fall's hacking incident. A top state public safety official lost his job after arguing repeatedly with state troopers at a late-night traffic stop. Bobby Collins, who is the chief of International Affairs Investigative Unit at the State Department for Public Safety, was fired hours after an incident in the St. Andrews area of Columbia. Collins was detained after being stopped by an officer on suspicion of drunk driving and through an 80-minute rant that was caught on videotape. Although Collins did lose his job, he passed the test and was not charged. Charleston is the focus of Black History Month this year as an old slave row is the center of attention. Magnolia Plantation and Gardens is celebrating this important time in history with artisans, genealogists, and storytellers who are gathering to tell the experience as they lived on plantations. In addition, there will be live music and walks through Charleston's nearby cemeteries. The events are taking place each Saturday throughout the month of February. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. Also, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Just ahead, we'll have Buck Boone from the Island News joining us to tell us more about Beaufort County's superintendent interview process. That's next.
Low Country Real Estate is located in historic downtown Beaufort, home to one of the most attractive real estate markets in America. We've been providing high-quality service to our community for the past 24 years. Whether you're interested in buying or selling residential, resort, or commercial investment property, our professional sales staff can help you with your real estate needs. Please visit lowcountryrealestate.com for details on all available properties in Beaufort and come see how the Low Country becomes you.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining us first is Buck Boone from the Island News, who has our hot off the press report. Welcome, Buck.
It's a beautiful day in Beaufort, Jessa.
Absolutely. So first of all, let's talk a little bit more about the superintendent position for a moment. Tell us a bit more about this interview process for this position and really what goes on here.
The Beaufort County Board of Elections has decided to interview 7 candidates in the next phase of its selection process to hire a new district superintendent. 3 finalists will be selected from those 7 candidates, said School Board Chairman Bill Evans. The name of the 3 finalists will be made public, he said, and they will travel to Beaufort County for a second round of interviews and also to attend public forums with local parents, educators, and community members by next week. Board members will visit the home districts of all 3. The school board's goal is to have a new superintendent under contract by the first week in March, Evans said.
All right, well, that's a relatively quick turnaround for such an extensive process. So we look forward to seeing which candidates can make it to the second round of those interviews. Now, on another note, I know there's a local foundation who's awarding grants to area nonprofits. Talk to us about the Coastal Community Foundation and how much money are they going to be awarding to local groups?
Well, 60 area nonprofit groups will share $565,000 in grants from Coastal Community Foundation's Beaufort Fund to be awarded on Friday, February the 8th at a ceremony at the Shed in Port Royal. The Beaufort Fund invites applications annually for grants up to $15,000 from nonprofit organizations in Beaufort, Colleton, Hampton, and Jasper counties. This is the 15th year that awards will be made. Grants made since 1999 total more than $5.6 million. Of the 60 grant recipients, 5 were named to receive 3-year awards: Kappa, CODA, Collaborative Organization of Services for Youth, Hope Haven of the Low Country, and the Care Mobile of Ronald McDonald House Charities. To learn more, go to www.coastalcommunityfoundation.org.
All right, Buck. Well, a lot of great charities are going to be affected by that money, so thank you for that great story. Now, I know you've got another fundraising story for us. What can you tell us about the efforts to support Friends of Carolyn Hospice?
The Red Door, a consignment shop located at 1100 Rebo Road, is the largest fundraiser for Friends of Carolyn Hospice for 2012, raising $91,000 last year with its consignment sales. Friends of Caroline Hospice is dedicated to providing home care and volunteer services that offer hope, encouragement, and care to those who live with a life-threatening illness, as well as support for their families, friends, and community. These are just some of the stories in this week's Island News. Please pick up a copy at a location near you.
All right, Buck Boone from the Island News. Some great stories for us to follow this week. We look forward to reading more, and we appreciate your time, so thanks so much.
Thank you, Jessa.
Up next, we have Wendy Politzer and Teddy Turner joining us on location, and the Assistant Athletic Director of Beaufort High School will be here to talk sports, so stick around.
Hi, my name is Matt McElhaney, owner of City Loft Hotel, an upscale boutique hotel in downtown Beaufort. We are proud to be consistently ranked as the #1 hotel in Beaufort based on TripAdvisor's guest ratings and comments. At City Loft, we value our neighbors in the Lowcountry. Whether you're taking friends by boat or need a romantic getaway in Beaufort, let us at City Loft extend hospitality while introducing what's new in urban hotel design. At City Loft Hotel, we are committed to customer service. When you stay here, you're always a local.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining us next is Wendy Politzer and Ted Turner, who join us on location. Wendy?
Thanks, Jessa. We are here with Teddy Turner at the Federation of Republican Men's Breakfast. Teddy came from Mount Pleasant. He is running for the 1st congressional seat for the U.S. House, the seat left vacant by Tim Scott. Welcome to Beaufort, Teddy.
Thank you very much. Good to be back. We're down here a lot these days.
I bet you are. Well, thank you for coming here all the way from Mount Pleasant, my hometown. I want to know why you are running for this seat.
Well, like a lot of people out there, just gravely concerned about what's going on in Washington, the huge deficits and our attack on civil liberties. And you know, it's just we needed somebody to stand up and do something different that wasn't a career politician. We can't keep sending the same people back expecting things to change. And so being a school teacher and being a SID grad and that kind of stuff, I thought, well, why not jump in this thing and really try to make a difference while we still have time?
That's a great point. And what do you think that you can do for the citizens of Beaufort County?
Well, one thing we've got to do, of course, we got to cut the deficit. And by doing that, the only way that we can really do that is to increase jobs. And the only way that you can increase jobs is by promoting small business. So we have too many regulations, too much red tape. We've got to grow the economy through jobs and through small business. So that's really going to be what I'm going to try my hardest to do.
And that's your main focus. And what do you think that you can bring as opposed to the other candidates running?
Well, like I said, not being a career politician, I think is huge. People are beholding. They got there for whatever reason they got there for, and if we think it's going to change, it's just not. So being a high school economics teacher, being a person who's run public companies, been a person that's sat on university boards, started businesses, you know, just been involved with the community through youth development and leadership training, it's just a different perspective, and we really need a different viewpoint up there.
Mm-hmm. Well, we welcome you to Beaufort County, and I know that you've got a full plate of stuff, and you'll be here quite a bit, and we look forward to seeing more of you.
Well, thank you very much. It's you know, from the North Santee to Hilton Head, it's a big district, but it's not a huge district. But we'll be spending a lot of time here. I've spent a lot of time here my whole life, and so it's good to be spending time in places where you really enjoy it.
That's a great point. Well, thank you so much for coming on the Beaufort News today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Back to you, Jessa.
Joining us next is Jeremy Huff, who is the Assistant Athletic Director of Beaufort High School, here to talk sports. How are you doing, Jeremy?
Fine, thanks. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Say, first, I want to ask you about basketball, if I may. How has this season been going so far for you?
The season's been going pretty good. The varsity girls have improved throughout the whole year, and the varsity boys are 14-8 and getting ready to make a little run for the playoffs. They win one of the last 2 games, they'll be assured a playoff spot for next week.
All right, great. And I know the wrestling season is underway as well. Talk to us a bit about Beaufort's wrestling team, if you would.
The wrestling team's had a great season. They finished the regular season 22-6 and have now moved on to the 3rd round of the state playoffs. They also won the county championship, and they qualified 10 wrestlers for the individual lower state, including 4 region champions.
And give us some insight on the competition. What does the upcoming schedule look like for these teams?
Actually pretty tough. The basketball teams have 2 home games this week. They play Colleton County on Tuesday and then play our region rival and in-county rival Bluffton on Thursday at Beaufort High at 6 o'clock. The wrestling team travels tonight to Lexington for the third round of the state playoffs, and then February 15th and 16th, the individuals will go to Lower State.
All right, some tough matches ahead. How many athletes would you say participate in these sports?
We have right around 100 athletes in winter sports, but with the student participation and student support we've gotten this year, the Kirkland Crazies, which is our student section at basketball games, it kind of feels like the whole school has finally gotten involved in supporting athletics big time.
All right, well, that's great. Now, would you say students generally participate in sports throughout the year, or do they tend to stick to one sport?
No, most of our students participate in more than one. I would say probably between 70 to 75% of our athletes are more than one sport athletes. Many of the athletes that play winter sports right now will move on to spring sports starting next week, baseball, golf, things like that.
All right, great. And finally, talk to us a little bit about the outlook for the spring sports season, if you would.
Sure. They started last week. They kicked things off and looking to improve on last year's success. We had some region champions. The girls soccer team won the region last year, and they are looking to improve on that. All those teams have been working hard and get underway in about 2 weeks.
All right, Jeremy Huff, the Assistant Athletic Director of Beaufort High School. You had some great sports information for us, so thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
After the break, Councilman Joe Lee is back to bring us our Port Royal report, and we'll check in to see what's new with Beaufort Entertainment. That's next.
Is it time to purchase for the one-of-a-kind person in your life? Over 60 years of service distinguishes Modern Jewelers as one of South Carolina's preeminent jewelry stores.
We're proud to have been voted Beaufort's #1 jewelry store 10 years in a row. Come visit us at 807 Bay Street.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining me now is Councilman Joe Lee with our Port Royal report. Welcome, Joe.
Welcome to you.
Well, thank you. First of all, I know Port Royal just finished the February edition of 843 TV. What can we look forward to for this month?
Yeah, we had a great show. We focused on the barbecue event that's on February 22nd and 23rd called Bands, Brews, and Barbecue. It's sponsored by the town of Port Royal and Friends of Caroline Hospice. And it's a great event. We want everyone to come. It's the only event where we actually close off part of Paris Avenue overnight. This allows the barbecue folks to cook their goods overnight and be ready for Saturday morning for the judging of the actual barbecue. On Friday night, they cook wings, so you get wings prepared any way you can imagine, and we judge the wings that way. So we're looking forward to it, and I hope everybody will come out for it. And check out 843 TV because there's a lot of information on it.
All right. Sounds like a great event, and we look forward to those episodes. So I know there's another special event going on for Valentine's Day. Share with us what's going to happen in Port Royal this week.
Well, we take good care of everybody, and this time we have an event on Sunday, the 17th of February at the shed in the back room. It's from 3 to 5, and it's ballroom dancing. There's not much opportunity around these days to ballroom dance. We have a couple of professional dance instructors, and they are there. Bring your favorite Valentine, your favorite beverage, and come join the fun. Be ballroom dancing from 3 to 5 at the shed on the 17th. It's $10 a person, and plenty of music and fun, and we hope everybody will come.
All right, well, we look forward to that. Now, I know you have a story about the bicycling community. Talk to us about what the community is doing to help.
Well, yes, Port Royal, and for that matter, Beaufort as well, the residents are very much engaged in bicycling. And we encourage that because of wellness and because it's a great way for folks to get together. Well, the new McTier Bridge has presented a problem for bikers. Although it has a bike path on it set aside, the bridge is so large and high and there's so much wind that bike path stays dirty with glass and debris off of automobiles. So the town and the county and the state are getting together to make sure we can clean that bridge on a periodic basis. It's really difficult on tires for these bicycles. So we hope people will come back and enjoy the bridge. We're going to try to keep it cleaned as much as we possibly can.
All right, well, that's a great story for us. And Joe, we greatly appreciate it. As always, some great stories coming from Port Royal. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Mark Shaffer, who is out on location and ready to tell us what is new in entertainment this week. Mark?
All right, thanks a lot. Well, the Red Piano 2 Gallery hosts a special Valentine's exhibit called Love in Bloom. Celebrated glass artist Tony Sirico is the featured artist. Now, the New York native moved to Hilton Head after graduation from Smith College, and her glass creations have been celebrated far and wide. She attended the 2009 Academy Awards, gifting suite with her jewelry, and in 2011, she was a guest artist for the Teen Choice Awards. Love in Bloom also features work by other gallery favorites like Diane Britton Dunham, Shirley Hunter, and Ernest Lee, whose painting you see here, Chicken Valentine's Dance, graces the current cover of Low Country Weekly. Now, the public's invited to a reception for this exhibit on Saturday, February 9th from noon to 5 p.m. at the Red Piano 2 on St. Helena Island. Well, the USCB Festival Series continues with some of the world's biggest names in classical music. The New Yorker writes, it would be hard, very hard, to find better chamber music playing than cellist Edward Aaron's enterprising series. Sunday, February 10th, Aaron returns to Beaufort along with celebrated pianist and violinist Jeremy Denk and Stefan Jackal. The world-class trio plays a chamber concert including works by Stravinsky, Haydn, and Schubert. It begins at 5 p.m. at the USCB Center for the Arts. You can order subscriptions and tickets by calling 208-8246, and complete program information is available at uscb.edu. Well, it's almost here, folks. The Beaufort International Film Festival starts next week. The red carpet rolls out Wednesday, the 13th, with the opening night gala on the beautiful starlit roof of the Old Bay Marketplace. Thursday night is the Screenwriters Table Read, always popular, with local actors reading for local screenplay finalists. And Friday night, Beaufort's own Tom Berenger joins producer-director Chris Brinker to discuss and preview their upcoming film, Whiskey Bay, and producer-director Michael Tolan will also be on hand for a panel discussion moderated by yours truly after a special 10th anniversary screening of his movie Radio, which was shot mostly in Walterboro. Now, Saturday night is the glittering awards ceremony with a reception catered by our own Debbie Covington, and Saltus River Grill will once again host the official after party. Oh, and did we mention Thursday through Saturday a full slate of films running all the while at the USCB Performing Arts Center. To get the best bang for your buck, we highly recommend joining the Beaufort Film Society. A membership is only $30, and with discounts on all the BIF events, you'll save that in no time flat. Get all the information at www.beaufortfilmsociety.org, and we'll see you at the movies. Back to you.
Thanks, Mark, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jessa Jeremiah. Join us next time for your Beaufort News.